The starting point. Attraction is the starting point of every relationship. Self is the foundation of every relationship. Attraction is the starting point of every relationship. If you're not attracted to somebody, you cannot form a relationship with the person. Whether it's a platonic relationship or it's a relationship that leads to marriage. Let me call it romantic relationship. Are you following me? Okay. So attraction is the starting point. It's the first step towards a potential relationship. It is the key part of how you connect to other people. That is the starting point, attraction. You don't get married based on attraction, but it is the first step towards a relationship that could lead to marriage. So you have the female, and you have the male. If there is no attraction, there will never be marriage. Hello? There will never be. Now, let me backtrack. It can be forced, right? So let me backtrack. Let me not say that. Hello? Let me not say that there can never be marriage. It's possible that there will be marriage, right? But chances of that marriage succeeding will be very slim. Even in forced marriages, initially the lady might not like the guy because she was never attracted to him. It's just that the man has money, he's even older than her, much older than her, he has money, he's related, he's the friend of her father. The father says, that's the person you're going to marry. No, Ishaku is there, I want to marry Ishaku. No, you're not going to marry Ishaku. Marry Kasim, right? And then they forced the marriage, and even doing the wedding, her face like that, she's crying and everything, but they ended up marrying her to the man. If the relationship is going to survive, and that's kind of the marriage they had before, right? Attraction begins to develop. If she's going to enjoy the relationship, she might not like him initially. And I'll tell you why that happens. So, male-female, no relationship. There cannot be any relationship. This is my small animation so that you can understand. There can be no relationship until there is attraction. Make sense? Okay. Whether or not someone is attracted to you is not entirely dependent on you. So first of all, I said, without attraction, there cannot be relationship. But whether or not somebody is attracted to you is not entirely dependent on you. I wish it were, but it's not. Relationships don't have a chance at beginning except there is mutual attraction. There's mutual what? Attraction. So, in this case, I use this arrow to represent that there is attraction from the woman and there's attraction from the man. If one of these arrows is missing, you will never get down to this place. Have you been attracted to somebody before and they didn't reciprocate? The person have gone ahead to build their own life and you are building your own, right? So, except there's mutual attraction, it's impossible. And I'm saying this, you will see why I'm saying this, because you see, this is one of the problems we have, and this is why I'm talking about attraction. Because one of the problems that especially believers have, right, is this. There's attraction. The attraction may be mutual, but they don't know how to manifest it. Let me see it. I think I've jumped the gun. Relationships don't have a chance at beginning except there is mutual attraction. It is impossible to build a relationship without mutual attraction. I'm repeating myself. You may be attracted to someone, but if they are not attracted to you, there cannot be an emotional relationship between the two of you. You may do all you want to be attractive, but if you are doing it with the wrong person, you won't get the desired response. And it's frustrating when you love somebody and the person doesn't love you back. There's a song like that, There's a song like that. Nobody love you back, something like that. There's a song like that. It can be frustrating, right? Especially for the ladies. You know why I say it's very lazy? Because see, society has and culture has so engineered it that if the guy likes you, he's allowed to go and talk to you if he has the boldness. See? But you are told that you cannot talk to him. Otherwise, you're a loose girl. So you like him and he's inside you and you're bottling it, you're waiting for the guy, you're wondering, why is this guy not talking to me? Why is this guy not seeing me, right? All those things are rubbish. You see, when I begin to talk about courtship and choosing people, you like the guy, shoot your shot. There are several ways to shoot your shot. Why is your eye like that? This is a class for matured people. Hello? If you know you are a teenager, you're not supposed to be in this class. Hallelujah. Okay. So, I said you might do everything to be attractive, but if you are doing it with the wrong person, you won't get the desired response. Okay. Now, what determines attraction? What is it that determines attraction? Almost 10 o'clock. Attraction is a product of self. Hello? We are attracted to who we are. Talking about what determines it now. So, I talked about the fact that what is it that determines attraction? We are attracted to who we are. You say, what do you mean by that? We are attracted. Now, that does not imply that the person we are attracted to is like us. Hello? You know, there's this thing saying that opposite attract, I mean. How true is that statement? That opposite attracts? Are you a magnet? Eh? How true is we are attracted to us? I'm not saying the person is exactly like you. Hello, that's not what I'm saying. But we are attracted to people who are like us. Self is one of the things that determines our attraction. Hello? That's why we dealt with self in module 2. Your attraction cannot be better than who you are. A broken person will attract broken people, will be attracted to broken people. Hello? Somebody who is abusive will be attracted to somebody who he can easily abuse. So you see, that's why I say that does not mean that person is exactly like you, but it simply means that because of who you are, you tend towards the people that are like you, that reflect you. So that's why until we learn to heal from wounds from the past and in childhood, which is what we dealt with in self. If you have not been coming, and this is the first time you're hearing me talking, we have a series on self. I think you should listen to it. It will help you a lot, even if you're already married, right? It will help you to understand some of the problems that you have with your relationship, and you can see the way you are contributing to it also. And until you have resolved issues with self, right? You don't begin to think about attracting somebody, because if you do, you're going to attract something that reflects yourself. Hello? And you will continue the pattern of abuse that has led you to where you are. So if you are not where you want to be in life in terms of yourself, seeking a mate should come after you have healed and you are closer to where you want to be in life, because we attract what we are. Hello? Okay. Everything we see, whether they are positive or negative, we saw that when we're talking about self, is filtered through the lens of our emotions, through the lens of ourself, right? Okay, through the lens of who we are. I told you in that class that we don't see objectively, we see subjectively. So she looks nice to me, but I'm not seeing reality. Everybody is telling me, stay away from this babe, stay away from her, she's going to damage your life. But me, I'm seeing her like sheep to the slaughter, right? Because I am reflecting me. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm reflecting me. So even though every other person is seeing the man for you objectively, you are not seeing the man objectively, because you are seeing the person through the lens of who you are. Not clearly. Everything looks nice. whereas there's so much that is flawed about the person. But because you yourself, you are flawed, you are reflecting only what you are. That's why you need to get yourself right before you think about getting married, right? Or thinking about finding somebody to marry. Amen. Okay, so according to psychology, there are 5 main determinants, or apart from what I just mentioned now, which is self. I talked about self just small because we have a whole module about self. But there are 5 main determinants of attraction, right? And we'll look at them. Number 1, they say it's physical attractiveness. Many a times we are attracted to people we consider to be physically attractive. In fact, most often that's the first form of attraction. If you're attracted to somebody, most often that's the first form of what attracted you. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, let's not confuse this. Physical attraction is different from being attracted to the physics, right? Remember, I define what physical attraction is to you guys when we're talking. Okay. So the first thing most of the time that because you see, we are eye people. We are what? Eye people. The first sense that you can use to engage somebody. You don't have 5 senses. The first one that you can use to engage somebody is your eye. That's the first one. Because you see first, before you touch, before you smell, before you taste. Hallelujah. Okay. So, many a times we are attracted to people that we consider to be physically attractive, and that's natural. Naturally, physical appearance plays an important role in the initial stages of attraction. If I don't think you are comely, right, I might not be attracted to you initially. But as soon as I am able to come close to you and I engage the other senses, I might begin to become attracted to you. Abi? I might not like the way you look. I might not be attracted to your looks initially, but if I come close to you and I hear the way you talk, there might be attraction. Yes. Or I smell you. You know? What do you call that thing? Olfactory, right? What is that? Sensory, sense of smell. Yes. Yes. And sometimes they take pictures and somebody just stands and says, all of you have to take pictures, and all of a sudden you just catch the waft of the perfume of the person. That is where attraction starts from. But it doesn't happen. The first thing that happens is that you see the person and you like what the person looks like, otherwise you're not attracted. So if you look like, if you look like a movie star, obviously a lot of people will be attracted towards you. But what they're attracted to is just the physique. They might not get to know you and then they are no longer attracted. Yeah, because if you find boy, if you find crazy boy, if you find useless boy. And so it's natural because we like to look at things that are visually appealing, right? If you see something that is fine, you have a tendency to look at it. It's a human thing. It's a human thing. And sometimes when we see attractive people, our mind plays a trick on us. It tends to make us feel as though because he's fine, every other thing is going to be okay. They call it the halo effect. You know halo? That thing that is, you see some saints. You see that one, that so when you see a saint, you see him and say, man, this guy is fine, perfect, he's fine physically, every other thing must be okay. There is that tendency to think like that. So you think that emotionally he's balanced, you think he's a honest person, you think he's a person of integrity, you think he's a provider, he will protect you, only because you're looking at the fact that he's fine. Until you come close, right? But it's how we assume. We assume that beautiful people have other favorable traits. So it's not to say that physical attractiveness is important for everyone. Not everybody is attracted physically. Hello? So, but most of the time, the way somebody looks counts. Sometimes it's the personality of the person that attracts some people. His personality or her personality. So men tend to be more attracted to physique. Hello? You agree with me? Men tend to be more, that's the first attraction. the first attraction that men tend to have is physique. That does not mean women don't, that does not mean that women don't get attracted to physique. Hello, they do also. But generally speaking, evolution says that men generally are the ones that are drawn to the physique first. Later on, they might establish some other reasons why they're attracted to you. But the first attraction they have to you is, okay, she's a fine babe. Right? That's what draws them, first of all. Whereas the women are more about emotional ties. That does not mean that they don't have physique also. Right? So that's the first thing that determines attraction. And it's not the most important thing, because looks fade. Hello? Looks do what? Looks fade. You look like this fine girl, just wait another 15 years. Nah, don't mind me. Of course you can be fine. You can be. You can be if you take care of yourself. You can be, but you cannot just be the same thing forever. I mean, we saw Bianca. You know, there's this story about Bianca slapping. So my wife saw Bianca and said, "This is Bianca, Ojuku's wife, yes, Ojuku's wife. This one, yes, she hasn't changed, man. She's looking very fine." I beg you, stop that. Lady's looking very fine. Are you seeing Bianca? Go and look for the picture now again. So, or Kate Henshaw, for example. Kate Henshaw is 50 something. But she's still physically very attractive. Physically. She doesn't tell you that she's 52, some 40-year-old guy or some 30-something-year-old guy will say, man, I want to check this baby. Well, you know that you're checking your mother. So physical attraction, right? It's the first thing that most people are attracted to, but it's not the most important thing. And you cannot build relationship on physical attraction. Hello? Fine face or fine boy does not make for a good relationship. Hello? Some people have gotten into trouble because of that. Fine girl, she fine. You don't know if she carry grace. And they tell you, but because you are not balanced in yourself, they are telling you, this is not Chris girl, but she's fine. And you end up marrying and putting her in the house. And then she begins to do Obiano's wife for you. Oh, Jesus. I can imagine how that guy is surviving. Imagine how he's surviving. Because if she could do that, that means she's been doing that. She's been doing that. Okay, so physical attractiveness. The next thing that determines attraction is proximity. What? Proximity. Being in the same geographical location favors attraction as well. If you are in the same place with somebody, it tends to influence your attraction. Hello? That's what psychologists are saying. That studies shows that you are attracted, or your attraction, or what you are attracted to, is influenced by proximity. That's why sometimes somebody is not physically attractive, but because you are spending time with the person, before you know how, the person becomes attractive. See? Later on in life, maybe you didn't marry the person. Later on in life, you now see the person again when you are far from the person, and you say, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, how did I manage to get involved with this? I have that experience. Hallelujah. Okay, so proximity influences attraction, right? I've just told you my story now, but you must also have felt it, or maybe you've experienced that before, where because you are close to somebody, before you know it, you're now beginning to develop attraction for the person. So you're attracted to the person, but you can't really tell why you're attracted to the person. It doesn't make sense, right? So the basic principle is that this person is accessible, very accessible. That's the reason why, and that's the theory of proximity. The person is accessible, and that's why you begin to become attracted to the person. It's a psychological phenomenon where being exposed to a person repeatedly is sufficient enough to produce liking for that person, right? So that's why the psychologists say we really don't have, when we say he's my type, it's a lie. You really don't have a type. You don't. Because she my type. But I was going to marry her. And if she had not listened to her parents who said, this boy doesn't have money, this boy, you people are going to finish school together, what is his future? Do you know whether he's going to prosper or he's not going to prosper? This other man is here now wanting to marry you. He has a car, he has everything. And wasting your time. And she said that she wanted to marry a ready-made man. Right? If she had not done that, because of the kind of person that I am, maybe I would have actually married her. Because I have never broken anybody's heart before. As in, break a relationship, right? Because I feel that commitment that no, this is not right. You should do the right thing, Akeem, do the right thing. And who knows? Nobody knows. But when you say it's my type, it's not my type, the reality of the truth is that that's the person that is accessible to you. And if you have somebody accessible to you long enough, you'll begin to be attracted to the person, right? Familiarity. Familiarity and proximity, they go hand in hand, right? We like the familiar, right? When we are familiar with something, it's easy for us to accept it. But you can't have familiarity without proximity, so it goes hand in hand. Similarity, also very, very close to familiarity. Similarity allows people of the same religion, social class, race, academic level, etc. to breed attraction. That's why you see that. So what they are saying is that when people are similar to you, you tend to be attracted to them. They are born again, you are born again. Right? They speak, what's your language again? They speak, whatever. Akwa Ibom. They are from Akwa Ibom. He's from Akwa Ibom, right? People tend to like people that are similar to them. He's educated like me. That's why I like him. Huh? Yes, we are in the same social class. They are from a wealthy family. I'm from a wealthy family. There's a tendency to be attracted to the person. They are stars. That's why celebrities marry celebrities most often, because they are all stars. They meet together where stars gather, not ordinary people like us. So now you tend to be attracted to something that you're similar to. And again, the more similar a prospective partner is in attitudes, beliefs, and values, the more we tend to like them, right? If he believes the kind of things that I believe, if his values are the same thing with mine, then I tend to like him. Hello? And that's because it's easier to deal with somebody that is like you than to deal with somebody that is different from you. If your values are not the same thing, you will see. I've already talked about that when we're talking about self. If your value is not the same thing or similar, then you have a big problem. Hello? Am I making sense to you? One of the reasons why similarity will influence attraction is that it provides a source of validation of our own beliefs and attitudes. So when somebody is similar to me, in the way I think, in the way what I believe, it's a validation, some form of validation that I'm okay. Hello? It tells me that I'm okay. It's like me, so I'm okay. And that's one of the reasons why you get attracted to people who are similar to you. Now, so this links to the third one, reciprocity, which is not the third one, this is the fifth one, right? Because when somebody is like you, right, the person will tend to treat you like you will treat them. If their values is the same thing with your values, then they will tend to act the way you act. Are you hearing me? So basically, they will return whatever you are doing for them. Hello? So reciprocity tends to influence attraction. And how does it do that? People like people who like them back. Hello? People like people who like them back. So if I like you and I find out that you like me, we become attracted to one another. Hello? The more similar you are, the less conflict there will be, making spending time together easier and more rewarding. Right? mind. So relationships that are based on differences rather than similarities can be very difficult to maintain. I think I've passed this. Reciprocity aids attraction because we come to like people who like us in return. I said that already. And that's why I say this to ladies, right? And even to guys too. Sometimes you might not like somebody or be attracted to somebody initially. We saw that because the person does not look like what you think you would want to be with. But sometimes those people are actually the best fit for you in a marital relationship. That's why when somebody shows you that you like them, somebody shows you that they like you, you don't antagonize them. That's the right word to use. You don't treat them as though they are doing something bad or wrong. Now, I'm not saying you must like them in return, but don't make them feel as though they have made a mistake by telling you that they like you. There are some ladies that are like that. And that's why some ladies are still not married up to today. I can tell you of one, again, I did this because the person hears this, person knows that it's them I'm talking about. I can tell you about somebody who was young, was okay, and guys kept coming to say, I'm interested in you, and the response will be hostility. I mean, you don't have to say yes, but you don't have to be hostile. Now, because when you are hostile to him, he goes away and tells the other guys, it is hostile. So the other guys that are interested might not come. So now you've gone 30, 35, 38, 40, 45. The people that should have married you have married other people. And now you are praying and fasting and blaming demons. You understand? So when somebody shows you that they like you, even if you cannot reciprocate because you don't want to deceive them or make them think that you really like them when you don't like them, don't be hostile towards them. And who knows, you might just begin to develop attraction for the person if you just spend time with the person, or if you allow all your other senses, right, to engage the person other than just your eyes. Am I making sense to you? Okay.